With Marvel's Eternals movie coming out next November, we're starting to get more and more info about the upcoming epic saga that is going to span thousands of years within the MCU. And one of the biggest announcements coming out of D23 Expo this past weekend was the fact that Game of Thrones star Kit Harington will be suiting up as the Black Knight in the Eternals movie. That caught many fans off guard because it was reported that Kit had a mystery role in the MCU. Many people jumped to conclusions like Wolverine or Namor or Adam Warlock, but it turns out that he was playing Dane Whitman, one of the Black Knights. So that was pretty interesting news, and in this video we'll explore how the Black Knight actually could connect to the Eternals and Doctor Strange within the MCU. This character has been rumored to appear in a Marvel Studios project for quite some time now, and he's likely going to be the human POV character throughout the film, alongside the other lead, which is Cersei. The character's origins are pretty straightforward, as he became the Black Knight after receiving a sword called the Ebony Blade. The Ebony Blade was created by the wizard Merlin, and it was a counterpart to Excalibur, which was created by the Lady of the Lake, an elder godlike being in the Marvel Comics canon. Excalibur has also been wielded by the Black Knight and is capable of killing souls, gods, and other powerful deity-like entities. The Ebony Blade enchanted the user to prevent him or her from death while also absorbing energy and cutting through almost any material. It's very likely due to Black Knight using both swords that the MCU version will be an amalgamation of both Excalibur and the Ebony Blade. If you guys remember, the first Doctor Strange movie almost featured the Ebony Blade in the Sanctum Sanctorum as an Easter egg. And since Merlin was a Sorcerer Supreme at one point, it would be pretty interesting to see that character introduced as a student of Agamotto and potentially his first successor within the MCU. That way, an enchantment of the sword could be immortality provided by the energy of the Time Stone. And since the Eternals movie is said to span thousands of years, that could explain why the Black Knight is still alive. Black Knight does have time travel related storylines, usually sending him back to the past though. Without any kind of longevity or immortality, it's hard to imagine how the Black Knight will be present all throughout the film, even though Dane Whitman is the modern-day counterpart to the Black Knight and his third successor. Another possibility is that the Eternals themselves provide Black Knight his sword, the Ebony Blade, considering how powerful and advanced as a species they are compared to humans even in the modern day. With Black Knight's interactions with the Eternals, his closest interaction is with Cersei, played by actress Gemma Chan. He has a soulmate bond with Cersei called the Gan Josin. If this is explored in the movie, it would explain how they're the two lead characters for the narrative of the entire story. For those of you who are Marvel Comics fans of the 90s also, you'll know that Dane Whitman and Cersei had a thing back then, as they were one of the old school Marvel power couples. So drop your thoughts down below. How do you guys think the Black Knight is going to connect with the Eternals franchise and with Doctor Strange within the MCU? I think it would be pretty cool if they referenced the fact that Merlin was a Sorcerer Supreme and that he could have potentially been a student of Agamotto, thus connecting all of these disparate franchises together. I'm certainly excited to see the Black Knight appear in the MCU. I think he's a really cool character, has a very unique power set, and he's played by a pretty damn good actor in Kit Harington. But like I said, drop your thoughts down below, and for all things Marvel and pop culture, be sure to subscribe to HN Entertainment.